So today I'm going to be filming my makeup collection, and this is sort of where I do my makeup. This is sort of my vanity table sort of thing, and it's sort of made up of, I would say lots of sections, but it's just basically what you can see. I use it as a desk as well, but I just thought I'd run through sort of how I use my little space I've got. My rooms are really small, like Japanese apartments aren't really that big generally, so I make use of the space I've got. I haven't really got any natural light. Excuse my bed right now if you see it. I basically have this. I don't really have an awful lot of natural light, so if you can see this, if you go through the curtains, it's night time at the moment, if you go through the curtains, it leads to my living room, so I'm not exactly in an abundance of natural light, so I sort of have to make do. So yeah, I've basically got a lamp with a white light in it, and it usually does help. So yeah, I'll start off over here, and this is where like the majority of my makeup's kept. I've got two Muji drawers, like this is a 2 and this is a 4. I don't think they sell these ones anymore, but I got these ones recently. And then I've got another Muji like separator for my brushes. And at the top here I sort of nailed to the wall a little holder for my palettes from MAC. So yeah, I'll start off with these then as I'm up here. And then I've got an eyeshadow palette, and they're basically just labelled with, I don't know if you can see that, eyeshadow. I haven't really got too much going on, but I've got sort of like this little array. I've got almost full now. It's my favourite. Full of joy. Yeah. On here I've got my brushes. So I've basically got this really big array of eye brushes. I've got a 217 by MAC, which is probably my most used brush. And then I've got some Real Techniques. Recently added some Sedona lace to my little collection. Next up I've got my eyeliners. I keep them in there along with my Touche Éclat, because I can't fit it anywhere else. Then I've got my face brushes, like my powder brushes, my foundation brushes, and my new Sedona lace flat top kabuki, which is really brilliant. I highly recommend that. And then finally I've got some blush brushes and a contour brush by Real Techniques. For my foundation collection, I've got the Bourjois Healthy Mix, Hello Flawless by Benefit, Bourjois Flower Perfection, which is my favourite foundation. I've got the Stay Matte by Rimmel, Revlon Photo Stay Ready Primer, and the Photo Ready Foundation, which is the mousse one. And then I've got Wake Me Up by Rimmel, and I've got a BB cream by Maybelline, which I think they only have in Asia. Also, I've got the Revlon Colour Stay Whipped, and a little concealer. These are just things I can't fit anywhere else because they're a bit too big. The Erase Paste by Benefit. I've got a paint pot in Bare Study. Yeah, it's in Japanese, Bare Study. And then I've got a mini MAC Fix Plus. In the first drawer, I've got the Naked 2, Naked 1, and also the Stila in the light palette. I've also got some face things that wouldn't fit in the other drawers. So I've got the Stila Sun Bronzing Powder, and I've got this Dior. This is so gorgeous. This was a birthday present, and it's just the Dior all over face powder. It's divine. Okay, so next up I've kind of got some facey bits, and this is, blushes. So I've got some Natural Collection bits. I've got their face powder, which I adore, and I've got a blush by them, which is also really lovely. I've got a NARS blush, and this is in the colour Sin, which is really good for autumn. Also got some Benefit blushes in Georgia, face powder, and Havana, which is lovely. High Beam by Benefit, a bronzer by Bare Minerals, some mini highlighters, another one of those, mini highlighters from like a mini kit, and 2 MAC highlighters. Next up, as the next one down, is my eyeshadows, and these are just my palettes, and just things that I like using generally. So I've got a Forever 21, Japanese make, I think it's she's not Japanese, it's Marie Claire, but I don't know, I haven't seen it anywhere else. Rimmel Cream Shadows, Barry M, random Primer Potion, it's eyeshadow drawer, it's apt. And then I've got some MUA palettes, I've got 3. I've got the Dusk Till Dawn Undressed, Undressed, and the Heaven and Earth. So Undressed, Heaven and Earth, and Dusk Till Dawn. And then I've got a NYX Glitter Cream palette and a Revlon Colour Stay. Sorry, Customize. Okay, so next up, this is a bit random. I've got one of my lip stains by Revlon. I've got some all my mascaras in here. I've got some Maybelline, some Chanel, not Maybelline, Max Factor, MAC, Benefit, and then I've got my cream blushes. I've got some Kate, Makeup Forever, and Urban Decay. Next up's a bit more random actually. I don't really have anywhere to put things specifically, so I kind of just have to group them together. I've got some lip balm, balm stain, kind of link. My lip gloss at the back. I don't wear an awful lot of lip gloss, that's why there's so little. And then I've got a Shu Uemura eyeshadow base. And then I've got 6 Berry M Dazzle Dust, I think they're called. And yeah, they're just more for like Halloween kind of tutorials really. I don't really use them for much else. They're lovely actually for what they, you know, they've got a lot of fallout, but they're good for what they are. Okay, so next up I've got my Sleek. It's basically my Sleek drawer. I love Sleek. I've got 3 Eye Divine palettes. I've got the Bad Girl original, and what's that? Glory, which is their limited edition, which is their just gone limited edition one which I got for my birthday. And then I've got a blush by 3. I've got the Lace, which is, I think is the most popular one. Looks like that, yeah. And then I've got my contour face palette, and in there, just because it doesn't fit anywhere else, I've got my Urban Decay Primer Potion. Yep, that's embarrassing. And the last one's kind of a strange drawer. I've just got like one of my 88 palettes. The lid fell off. I had nowhere else to put it, so I just keep it open, and whenever I need to use it, I just sort of pull out the whole drawer, which is actually quite handy. I can see it and it looks pretty. Firstly, I'll start off with my lipstick rack, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 MAC lipsticks, a Rimmel. I've got my lip butters, Can Make, I think, Max Factor, Maybelline, 100 Yen Shop, I think, and a Topshop. And then I've got my Eco Tools Kabuki, which I love. And I've got some fake tan, some from Essex, represent. Bioderma spray, which I still have no idea how to use. Bumble and Bumble surf spray, simple moisturiser, an array of scents, what I'm using right now. Oh Lola being my most recent addition, along with Love Etc. by Body Shop. I've got a couple more, the Body Fantasies, they're Japanese, they're really nice. Strawberry champagne, and then I've got a 1 second Bourjois nail polish remover, and then I've got my favourite candle, which is Fairy Dust, and I just love it. And because this is also doubled up as a desk most of the time, I've got myself a little pen pot. I want you to move on to this area over here, so I've got some cotton buds and some Bioderma. I've got a lot of cotton buds going on, there's quite a few. At the back I've got some Lush bits there. Tea tree water, I'm loving tea tree water as a toner, so yeah, that's another thing. And then I've got my mirror. It's one of these like twisty ones, the zoomy thing. And in there I just keep some of my jewellery and a hairband when I'm doing my makeup in the morning. And then I've got one more drawer. In this drawer here, this is where I keep my nail varnish and eyelashes, so I've got to just take that out. All my eyelashes all like stacked up. I've got some Halloween tutorial ones, and I've got all my nail varnishes, which I use primarily. I can't put my OPI ones in here, so I keep them in another drawer, but here's all my jewellery mainly. I keep all the big jewellery in the back. Bracelets and hair stuff in here, mostly hair stuff and necklaces in here. And then in here I just keep earrings. Probably tell my favourite brand of nail varnish is Barry M. Got some Deborah Lippmann, Essie, Topshop, and a little bit of American Apparel as well, and some China Glaze. So yeah, really hope you enjoyed my little run through, guys, and if there's anything else you want to see, do let me know. Thanks, guys.